I'm Paul McQuerry. I'm the pastor of Bethel Baptist Church in Graham, Texas. And I've been here for 3 years, been in the ministry for 17, pastoral ministry for 7 years. And when I got to this church, it was a small church. Many of the people thought that the church was going to die pretty soon because it was an older congregation. And they said, we need a shot in the arm. We need something to get us going. We need something that's going to really work for us. And after going through many books and many conferences, I found 24toDouble, honestly, on Facebook. And when I saw it on Facebook, kind of looked into it, kind of looked around, looked at some other testimonials from other pastors, and I presented it to the leadership of my church. Said, is this something that we need to do? Leadership of the church said, we got to do something, because if we don't do anything, we're just going to drop and go away, have to close the doors in just a matter of a few years. And I said, I agree. We got into 24toDouble, and in 2 years, honestly, I mean, on a numbers game, we started off with about between mid-30s to low 50s in attendance every Sunday. That is worship service, not Sunday school. And now here we are about to start module 23, which means we're almost through with this sucker. And our average Sunday morning attendance, worship service, not Sunday school, is now anywhere between 85 to 100. It's kind of worked for us, not just in a numbers game, in a discipleship model. It's worked for us. We've been able to incorporate more volunteers into our church, and more people are getting involved with it, and more people are seeing, hey, the church is actually doing something. The church is working in the community. The church is doing what it needs to do to glorify God. Yeah, one of the things about 24toDouble that really has impacted our church probably the most is, honestly, its focus on family. It focuses really deeply on children and youth, young people of the church. And coming in a church like ours, where children and youth were a very small part of the congregation numbers-wise. Honestly, my kids, my 2 children, were some of the, probably most of the children's ministry of the church when we started this thing. But now that we begin to see that children and teenagers, that is really where the church needs to focus. Those are the people that accept Christ the most in a given year. That's something we learned from 24toDouble. And we can focus on those, and we can say, we're going to have more baptisms. We're going to see the kingdom of God grow if we focus, like 24toDouble says, on children and youth ministries in the church. And we've seen it work. 24toDouble, honestly believe that if you really give it a shot, and your church really gives it a shot, that you will actually be able to be successful using 24toDouble. It's not a cookie cutter program that you see many other times with church growth models. It's honestly a full church discipleship model, one that if your church really does buy into it and really does implement it, it's going to work for you. I honestly believe that. Why? Because it's worked for us. And I honestly didn't think anything was going to work for us, but this really did. And I think it'll work for you too.